Hello again. Our next data type is list data type. So first let's see what is meant by list. So list is a just collection of items in some order or in a particular order. So you can make a list in Python with any letters with the combination of alphabets or a digits from 0 to 9, or even you can include different categories of names in the list. So you can virtually put anything inside a list, and the individual items inside a list is treated as a item which can be accessed anytime or with any sequence. So this is how you can create list in Python. So first let's see how you can create a list. So to create a list in Python, simply this square bracket is required. So inside this you can define your list. So individual element is separated by comma. Individual element is separated by comma. So let's see the simple example directly on terminal. So let me start a fresh terminal here. So this is a Python terminal or a Python terminal session. So let's see, the alpha equals to a square bracket, and in the square bracket we can include our alphabet list. Let's say a comma b comma c. So this is our list. If you check the type of this alpha, it will be a list. Or let's say alpha 1 equals to, now this time let's create with integers. So if you check the type again, it is also a list data type. So name error is here, as I told you before, AL APLH. So very wrong name actually given. So this is how you can create a list in Python. Let's see the example now. So for example, alphabet, and let's include it in square bracket. So a comma b comma c. So if you check the type here, this alpha is a list type. Again, let's create one more list having integers inside it, and if you check the type of this num, it is a list. So you can create list with any type. So here we have some important information related to list. So insertion order is preserved in the list. So some important points to remember, like insertion order is maintained. Insertion order is maintained. Then number of duplicate values are allowed. So duplicates are allowed here. Then the third one is it grows in nature. So we can add elements inside it, and the values should be enclosed within square bracket. So this square bracket is used to define a list. So let's see the example again. If you try to print any list, let's say num, it will return you in the form of including the square bracket. We can perform different operations on this list, like changing the list element, adding new element, removing the element. This is possible. So let's see one simple example first. For num, instead of num, let's say alpha, and we can use this slice here also. So let's say 1 colon 2. So we got b. Let's say alpha, and this time simply say 0. So list index start with 0, the simple way. Okay, remember this. Later on we are going into the more detail related to list data type. So here this is simple enough for understanding. This is a list data type with square. You can create any. For example, names equals to, let's create in the square bracket. This time let's say the name separated by comma, comma, anything. You try to print names, so this is a list. If you check the type, this is a list data type. So this is what the list data type in Python is.